Yeah, this is the game lab of Real the Med. How can we help you? No, no. Bill, I know you're mad at me that I didn't develop your subclass of Warlock for 5e yet. But you know what? You need to hang on, buddy. I'm dealing with this Daggerheart challenge first, and then I'm coming back to you. Okay? Bye. Freaking space nachos, I swear. Anyway, guys, welcome to episode 2. I'm kind of here with Deathwings, Cobra, Blubby the Blast, and Toonie.
Yo. Hi.
And don't worry, the game lab moves around, so you'll never know where I'm at next time. So we're doing Yang Feng Lighten, aka Yang from Final Fantasy IV. We are using a From the Vault character build this time. This is their new Brawler class. They specialize in the Bone and Valor domains. So, yeah, we got that going for us. As with last time, I went ahead and picked out a few things here. His heritage is a human Orderborn. So, of course, we're going to give him that additional stress slot at level 1. And he has the adaptability feature just like Ed. And the Orderborn makes it so I have to record 3 sayings or values he upholds thanks to his time in the Kingdom of Fabul, which is like a giant monastery. Once per rest, when he describes how he's embodying one of those principles through his current action. So anytime between rests, basically, it turns his hope die into a d20. Yang's subclass in this, on this last sheet, is Martial Artist.
Yeah, I think I know what I'm building.
Now, the nice thing about these guys is their class features, which we're going to talk about right now. First and foremost, this dude gets a +1 evasion. Just straight. So he's already starting with an 11 evasion. Which is like AC in Dungeons & Dragons, for those of you that are wondering. He also does unarmed strikes. They are considered to be melee weapons. He uses the trait of his choice as his attack stat. And these do a d8 plus a d6 in physical damage. And both of the dice scale with proficiency. So this guy's going to hit like a Mack truck. That said, that done, let's go ahead and get him a little bit more kitted out. He can either take a book about his secret hobby as a bonus, or the hand wraps of his mentor. I think he would have taken the hand wraps of his mentor, the former King of Fabul, because if you played Final Fantasy IV the after years, he becomes the King of Fabul. They recommend, for suggested level 1 traits, 1 in agility and strength, 2 in instinct, a -1 knowledge, and 0s in finesse and presence. The problem is I can see Yang as a very agile fighter. So I'm going to swap the instinct and agility. So they're not too finessable. 1 instinct, 0 presence, and a -1 in the knowledges. If you go into the equipment section of your Dagger Hardcore rulebook, starting on page 123. Oh, no, that's the combat wheelchair. My bad. But starting there, you have your choices of physical and magical weapons. Now, the problem is, Yang Yi here does not have a spellcast ability. But, yeah, he doesn't get one. So all of his stuff has to be physical. I'm going to look through here real quick. See if they give any sort of punch weapons. Nothing in tier 2. Nothing in tier 3. It isn't until tier 4 that main weapon has arcane gauntlets. But like I said, our boy can't use them. So we go into secondary weapons tables. Which starts on page 124. And he can get 2 different ones starting levels 3, 4. Well, tier 3, tier 4. One's strength based, and the other one is knowledge based. So we're not going to give him any claw class weapons, which was his main thing. So he's going to be running off that D8 plus D6. It's unarmed. Agility. Melee. D10 plus D6 Fizz. And that is where we're good there for that. Experiences. Trying to think of some stuff that fits the Yangmeister. Hiya! And I bow to you. Now, like I said, he gets the I am the weapon, which gives him the +1 to evasion, and the unarmed strikes. He also gets combo strikes whenever he makes a damage roll with a melee weapon. But before dealing damage to that target, he can mark a stress to start combo striking. When he does, he rolls his combo die, which starts as a D4. And note the value. And then he will roll the combo die again. If the value of the second roll is equal to or greater than the first one, he continues rolling until the last time he rolls is less than the roll that preceded it. total all the rolled values, and add it to the damage. Like I said, Yang's going to hit like a Mack truck. Whenever he levels up, once per tier, he may use one of his advancement options to increase his combo die. Fitting. So, since we're going to start with that right now. Level 2. Gets another experience at +2 and +1 bonus to proficiency. And as I covered with Ed, that means he now rolls 2d10 plus 2d6 every time he smacks somebody. His new feature, his experience, is Seasick. Guy absolutely hates being on boats. I absolutely love being on boats. He also gets the 2 go-arounds here. I'm going to give him the permanent +1 to evasion. Yeah, turning that to a 12. And his second option is to be advancing that combo strike. It's now a d6. That's it. That's level 2. Level 3. I'm going to give him a hit point slot. Whoop, that's a stress slot. And I'm going to go ahead and give him +1 to 2 of his go-arounds here. I'm going to make his agility a 3. And I'm going to bring that knowledge to a 0. Level 3 done in the books. Level 4. I'm going to take the 2 points again. This time to strength and instinct, putting them both to 2s. And you know what? I'm going to give him another hit point slot. Trust me, when I get into the cards for his leveling, you'll see why. We are done there. We are off to level 5. Of course, at level 5, we clear off all our marks. We give him one more proficiency slot. And then we go ahead and give him another experience at a +2. Is that the best you got? And just like before, we can permanently increase his proficiency by a +1. We can multi-class him, or we can upgrade his subclass card. In this case, we are going to definitely upgrade that subclass. And then the other one, we're going to move that combo die up. Level 5 in the books. Level 6. I'm burning both. Giving him another proficiency. Like I said, he's going to hit like a Mack truck. Level 7. He is going to take a point each in agility and instinct. Gonna mark them even though they're coming right off the next level. And another hit point slot. Yang is supposed to be a frontline fighter. I'm going to make sure he's got the health to back it up. So that's that. Going into level 8, level 7. No, 8, sorry. Getting into that end game stuff. Another batch of the old... That... Another experience at a +2. I'm going to call it for King and Country. All right, so at this point, we're going to upgrade the subclass for the third time. And the final time for the combo die. I warned y'all, Mack Truck. Level 9, I don't think I need to explain that one. Mack Truck. Now, he has his full 6 proficiency. And level 10, I'm going to give him +1 to 2, which is going to be his agility and his instinct. And one more hit point slot. So at level 10, Yang gets 5 agility, 2 strength, 0 finesse, 4 instinct, and 0s in presence and knowledge. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hit points and 7 stress. Combo die at D10. That's all well and good. Now, let's talk about his subclass. Martial Artist. Martial Form. Take the martial form sheet, which, yes, I have one. Start with 2 martial stances from Tier 1. When you reach a new tier, take 2 additional stances at your tier or lower. He also gains Focus. At character creation and at each rest, roll a number of d6 equal to your instinct. Gain a number of focus tokens equal to the highest value roll. And they go on this card. Spend a focus each time you shift your stance. It lasts until you take either severe damage, the scene ends, or you mark your last hit point, or you decide to switch to another stance. Tier 1 stances. Brutal. When you roll the maximum value on a damage die, roll an additional damage die. There is defensive. Attack rolls against you always have disadvantage, which is roll a d6 and subtract from the value, unless the adversary marks a stress. Grappling. On a successful attack, you spend a focus to make the target temporarily restrained. Steady. Take a -1 penalty to evasion. When you deal damage on a successful attack, roll an additional damage die and drop the lowest. So you can see where that would be super beneficial. Precise. +1 bonus to all attack rolls. And quick. When making an attack roll, spend a focus to include an additional target. For our boy, we're taking Brutal, And we're taking precise. Tier 2 stances. Deadly. When you deal severe damage, the target also marks an additional hit point. So severe damage is already 3 hit points marked. This makes it a 4. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's enough to kill a lot of things. Hindering. On a successful attack, you can spend a focus to make the target temporarily hindered. While hindered, their attack rolls suffer a -2 penalty. Invigorating. When you make a successful attack, roll a d4. On a 4, gain a focus. Immovable. +2 bonus to your damage thresholds, and you cannot be unwillingly moved. Nimble. When an adversary makes a successful attack roll against you, you can spend a number of focus equal to your tier. Roll a number of d6s equal to 1 plus the amount of focus you spend. If any dice value matches, you are taking absolutely no damage. Otherworldly. You can choose to make your hits physical or magical. Guess what he's getting? And then scary.
Finally.
A successful attack also forces the target to mark a stress. And guess what happens when you have no stress left to mark? It starts marking hit points.
Oh, I'm just.
So, otherworldly and deadly will be the choices there. Tier 3 stances. Deflecting. When you are targeted by an attack, you can spend 2 focus to gain a bonus to your evasion equal to your armor score against the attack. Devastating. Spend a focus before the attack roll, and your damage dice become d20s. Dueling. Gain advantage on attack rolls when there are no other adversaries or allies in very close range of you or the target. Compounding. When you roll the maximum value on a combo die, increase the size of the subsequent combo die you roll for that attack to a maximum of a d12. I don't have to tell you, Mac truck rules. So compounding. Inexorable. Attacks against you have disadvantage if you have more than 2 adversaries within melee of you. Favored. Add the trait of your choice to the damage roll. And sheltering. When you mark an armor slot, it reduces damage for you and all allies within melee range of you who also took the same damage. Honestly, I could see Yang pulling that one off, but I'm going to take favored. If you decide to do the build, flavor them how you will.
I'm surprised you didn't pick devastating.
It's a good question there, Deathwings, but again, like the disclaimer says, this is how I feel it should go. Flavor it how you will. And number 4, good old tier 4. Crushing. When you roll a 1 on a damage die, you're treating it as the highest value. Infuriating. On a successful attack, the target becomes furious. While furious, they are vulnerable, which means they take double damage, and have a -2 penalty to their attack rolls. And they can only clear furious by attacking you. Now, the other way normally a condition is cleared is your game master on their turn expends a fear point to go ahead and clear a condition. That says no fear. No, 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 no. Sweeping. Your attack targets all adversaries within very close range, dealing half damage. So, say you're surrounded on all sides. If you're using one of the battle mats, so you're in the middle. There's 8 dudes around you. Boom, smack them all. And discerning. You may choose the target of your attack after making the roll. And your game master will tell you who the attack can succeed against.
Blech.
So discerning,
I don't think you actually needed that.
and crushing.
Deal, God.
See also, Mac Truck Yang. There we go, guys.
I thought that CR would be more sweeping than the decisions.
Like I said, flavor how you will.
Yeah.
So let's go into his loadout. The 2 level 1 cards I chose for Bone and Valor is I chose Bare Bones, which is a passive. When you choose not to equip armor, I'm not planning on it. You have a base armor score of 3 plus your strength. So he has a 5. And you use the following as your damage thresholds. Tier 4, 15, and 38. So 1 to 14, he only takes 1 point of damage. 15 to 37, he takes 2. 38 and above, he's taking 3. And Untouchable. Gain a bonus to your evasion equal to half of your agility. Guess what? His agility is a 5. We follow the rules as listed in the Daggerheart campaign book and round up. His evasion is a 15. Level 2 feature I took from Bone. Strategic Approach. After a long rest, you place a number of tokens equal to your knowledge. Guess what's going to be going away real soon. So, minimum 1. Minimum 1. First time you move within close range of an adversary and attack them, you can spend 1 token from the card to choose one of the following options. You can make the attack with advantage, clear a stress on an ally within melee range of this guy, or add an additional D8 to the damage. By the way, that scales with proficiency. Level 3, I took Tactician. When you help an ally, they can spend a hope to add one of your experiences to their roll alongside your advantage die, which is a D6. When making a tag team roll, which 2 characters, 3 hope, one of them spends 3 hope, and they both attack the same guy at the same time. Damage is added together. This turns the hope die for that attack for him to a D20. Level 4. I gave him Redirect. When an attack is made against you from beyond melee range fails, you roll a number of d6s equal to your proficiency. If any roll a 6, you can mark a stress to redirect the attack to damage an adversary within very close range instead. Level 5. I gave him Armorer. While you're wearing armor, gain a +1 bonus to your armor. Meh, he's not wearing armor. However, during a rest, when you choose to repair your armor as a downtime action, your allies can also clear an armor slot. So I basically took it to go ahead and make him helpful. Strategic Approach goes to the vault. Armor comes up to the main because it's a passive. Seeing the thing here? Going with passives. Level 6. Rise Up. Gain a bonus to your severe damage threshold equal to your proficiency. And whenever you mark one or more hit points from an attack, clear a stress. Unfortunately, he only gets the armor to level 5. It's going away immediately for Rise Up. His 38 severe damage is now a 44. Level 7. Cruel Precision. Whenever you make a successful attack with a weapon, gain a bonus to your damage roll equal to either your finesse or your agility. Now, Yang in the Final Fantasy games is not known to catch and release attacks back at people. So, goodbye redirect. Hello, Cruel Precision. Level 8. I chose Full Surge. Once per long rest, burn 3 stress to push your body to its absolute limit. Think of Yang's actual focus command. Plus 2 bonus to all character traits until your next rest. Unfortunately, Tactician will be going to the bin on that one to take Full Surge. Level 9. Splintering Strike. Burn a hope. Make an attack against all adversaries within melee weapons range. Once per long rest, on a success against any of the targets, add the damage dealt up. Then you're going to redistribute that damage however you wish between the targets you succeeded against. When you deal damage to a target, roll an additional damage die and add its result to the damage you deal to that target. This is where Cruel Precision bites the dust and hits that. Then his ult, level 10 stuff, Swift Speed. When an attack made against you fails, clear a stress. If you can't clear a stress, gain a hope. I am going to actually send the Splintering Strike to the bin. So his loadout looks a little bit like this. The Bare Bones, Untouchable, Rise Up, Full Surge, and Swift Step, making him the Mack truck we need him to be. So yeah, Yang is definitely the powerhouse of the group so far. I know I still have Rosa yet to make. I'm working on that one. I also have Palom and Porum on the ticket, and I figured out Cecil. But I have to make a brand new race for him. That way I could use the mixed heritage rule in the book, because he's a half Lunarian. I know Kane is also on the docket yet, and Edge. I might actually have to make a whole new class for him. So guys, if you like what you see here, let me know. Put it in the comments. Like the video. I appreciate the support. And as always, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord slit you.